Welcome back to Granite City Reds, and today I'm going to speak about Stephen Robinson's first game and preview the Rangers game as well. And before kick-off last week, if you told me that Aberdeen would draw against Falkirk in Stephen Robinson's first game, I probably would have bit your hand off, to be honest, because we were in such pure form leading up to that game. Falkirk have been very, very good this season, and Stephen Robinson only had a day or two to really, get to know the players, do a bit of training and stuff. So I was actually very happy with the result. And again, that was 1 point more this season, added to the table. St Mirren dropped points, of course, against Rangers. The only downside was Kilmarnock beating Hearts. So Kilmarnock are sort of dragging themselves back in this race. But overall, I thought we looked more structured. I thought it was a better performance. I still think Falkirk looked the more threatening team, if I'm being honest. But overall, with the amount of time you had to work with the players, I actually thought our performance was so much better. And I think we badly needed a manager. It couldn't go on with the interim team of Peter Leaving and Tony Docherty. I think the team needed, they needed a permanent manager and a bit of authority as well. And the one thing about Stephen Robinson that I will give him credit for as well is he's very vocal on that touchline, which Yumi Talim wasn't. So I think, hopefully, he's even said it himself, a lot of the players are playing for their future. And I think this is a good period for Stephen Robinson to really, assess the team and see who he wants to keep and who he's been in the summer. But overall, I thought a draw was a good result. And as I say, I would have took that before a ball was kicked. And I think, if we could just get a couple of wins, I think we'll be okay. And, this Rangers team that we're playing on Saturday, I think it's a 5:45 kickoffs, 17:45. They are not great. And Robinson will have us up for it, I think. I would be happy if we could get a point up in Ibrox. Down at Ibrox, sorry, not up in Ibrox. If we could get a point at Ibrox, I'd be very chuffed. Because this Rangers team are not great. The only thing I fear for us is just creating chances and, putting the ball in the back of the net. But what I was very intrigued by is Robinson started with Lazatic and Nisbet up front. So, I don't know, I think he fancies Lazatic by the looks of it. And I think there is a player in there. He just needs the right coaching. He wouldn't be at AC Milan for nothing. There's definitely a decent player in Lazatic. You've seen it. Was it the goal against Hibs? It was just insane from the corner flag. Was it Hibs? I'm trying to remember. But he's definitely got goals in him if he's coached properly. So I think Lazatic might be a Stephen Robinson player. I actually thought Geiger had his best game in a red shirt as well. I actually think there's a player there too. He just needs fitness. That's the big thing for him, is just getting fitness up. But also as well, surprisingly, Morrison I thought had his best game in a Dawn shirt. I don't think he's a long-term he's got a long-term future at the club, but I actually thought he had a decent performance. So yeah, there was a lot of positives to take from that St Mirren game. I think we definitely needed a permanent manager in the door. That was a definite. My thoughts beforehand about Robinson, but I think now, he might just steady the ship this season, and then next season it's a fresh slate. We're in the League Cup, so that's a pre-season, because I think that was a downfall this season. I still say this, our pre-season this season was a shambles, and I think that's why we just look so unfit. We look so unfit, and the thing is with Robinson, he's not going to put up with that. His teams are, they might not be the best to watch, but at least they're fit, and they'll run for him. And I know Robinson, if nobody's running for Robinson, they're out of the team. And that's That's what we needed, because our fitness this season has just been really bad. Like, I've never seen an Aberdeen team as unfit as this team. We are so unfit, guys. So, overall, I think it was a lot of positives to take from that performance against Falkirk. Falkirk are flying high at the minute as well. They've had a really good season, so to get the draw, I thought, is not a bad start. It just stops the bleeding. It stops the bleeding, because I think a defeat against Falkirk, I think the confidence would have just went even farther down. So I'm happy with the point. The Rangers game, it's a free hit. It is a free hit. If we could get a draw, I'd be extremely happy. If we could go and get a result and win, that'd be even better. Just dent our title hopes. Would be class. But I think realistically, if we could get a draw, that's a good day out at Ibrox and then Glasgow, and then focus on the split, and then hopefully get 2 or 3 wins in that split. We've still got St Mirren as well before the split. I think that'll be the more crucial game. If we could go down to Paisley and get a result, it'd be interesting to see if they've got a manager in place by then, because I still don't think they have. I think it's still the interim team just now. So be interested to see if they get the new manager bounced by the time we go down to Paisley. So it'll be very interesting to see. I think we're playing in Paisley, is it? Is it down in Paisley, or is it at Pittodrie? I'm sure it's Paisley. But I still think if we could get a win against St Mirren, and then maybe 1 win in the split, I think that will be enough. I can't see Kilmarnock. Although they got a result against Hearts, I can still see them slipping up. And excuse the bad in the background, that is the cat. But yeah, I'm just having a look at this. See, St Mirren have got Falkirk. That'll be a tough game, and that is away from home as well. And then, yeah, we are away at Paisley, so I was right. So that is a crucial game. That is a very crucial game, that. And I think that'll be the game that will define our season. I think if we can win that game, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I don't even think we need to worry about relegation. Yeah, sorry guys, the cat wants to play. She is very vocal. So yeah, I think overall, I'm excited to see how we get on Saturday. I just hope they put in a good performance. They try and win every single ball. They just get aggressive at Rangers, because if we can like get an early goal, especially, that Ibrox crowd will get right on them, and it'll get toxic very quickly. So, and we can work it to our favour. But we just need to press them pretty high, win every single ball. Win our duels in the air, just no kamikaze defending, keep it solid at the back, and I think we've got a chance, I really do. And that's the one thing I think we've been missing this season, is a bit of structure. And I think, again, it's very early days, but that game against Falkirk, I thought we looked more structured, and Robinson has had a full week now to work with the players. So let me know in the comments, guys, what is your score predictions for Saturday's game. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think we could get a draw. I'm feeling a bit optimistic, and as I say, it's 1 more point just to move away from that relegation playoff place, which we so badly need to avoid. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you're a Dawn supporter and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so. It really helps out the channel. Can't believe how quick we've grown already. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stand free.